everyone, welcome to this third episode. Now, I would really urge you to check out the first and second episode. The links to those are put up in the description, and please do consider liking and subscribing to my channel. If you have any feedback or any comments, also they are please welcome. I would really love to hear from you. So, thank you and enjoy the video again. Hi everyone. So today I would like to talk about the first life lesson in today's episode regarding living life with a background music track. Now I have always believed in this particular principle, and but never in a not till recently in a very structured way. But yeah, when I was reflecting what drives me, what keeps my energy during the crucial, tough going times. Like Winston Churchill said that if we are going through hell, keep going. So, what drives me, what keeps me going? I've learned it is music. So, it's for me personally, it is good Hindustani classical music that I really love to listen to. It helps me in two ways. First, it helps me be in a zone, in an environment which is very productive, which is very focused. And secondly, I've come to love it over a long period of time now. I am very enthusiastic and a very active audience for Hindustani classical music, vocalist as well as instrumentalist. So, another benefit I see of the living life with a background music track is it you have something to hum to. So there is a sync to life, I would say, in some ways. I really suggest you to try finding a few songs which keep you on track, which help you be active live, or if you're sad or you're depressed or you're tired, find some songs or try to listen to songs which are bubbly, which are energetic, active. And music is one way I find is amazing therapy. Hi everyone. So the next life lesson which I want to talk to you today is regarding know your hourly rate. By that I mean whatever salary that is you earn. If you are a salaried person, or your total monthly business income after taxes, okay, whatever in hand you get at home, hours a week or how many hours a month you work. Very important concept in the sense of making a decision. I'm just taking a random figure here. You are worth 500 rupees an hour. That comes out to be a number. Now, is there some work which can be done some by other person in a lesser amount? In that case, I would really urge you to consider taking up that as an option and free up your own time. Let's say you are thinking of applying for a new job. So you want to know how much salary can you expect. So if you know your current hourly rate, you know where you want to reach. You know a pathway, so you can calculate your forward salary basis your current hourly rate. Then there is a big caveat here that there will be a phase in your life where you will have to dedicate some hours to sheer learning. Invest in studying will reap you much more benefits in the coming future. Hi everyone. So the next life lesson in this particular video which I want to talk to you is regarding if you are facing something which is either very overwhelming or too much, or very underwhelming or too less, with either emotions or data, actually speaking, information, then it's very difficult to work with that project in the traditional way you know about it. So what I prefer in doing in these situations is go back to the first principles approach. My first principles approach, I mean like start questioning the who, what, why, where, when, these kinds of things. So you will start getting some amount of clarity. Yeah, do I actually need all of these things? Can I make do with something else? Will it give me logically the same reason? May not be exactly by numbers, because you don't have data for that. You don't have the exact set of clean emotions. I'll give you an example from my life. So recently I have had the experience of working on a project. It was a model development project, but the kind of plethora or that I was used to working with, this project was very different. There was very less information, very less amount of. So initially for first 5-10 minutes I was like, इससे कुछ नहीं हो सकता. I cannot compute any numbers basis. I cannot make any models basis this. You will not get a good result. But then after I gave it some thought, I had a word with one of my colleagues. Then what I did realize is that yeah, I can use the most core basic principles of uh, the things which I require to compute, and maybe I can come up with a number. Now the disclaimer is always there that yeah, I won't possibly get the exact same granular output which I would have got if there was a amazing information available to me or anything. So why not try and go back to the basics and apply those? You have to understand the situation. There is never a time when you have absolutely no information to work with. You will always have some information. So the idea is not to get bogged down by the frameworks or the policies or the methodologies you know or you have worked upon, but try and understand the basics things behind them, so that if you encounter any other situation or any other project where you have minimal information or too much information also in this case, you have to learn to clean the clutter if there is too much information. मतलब छोटा छोटा चीज़ इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ निकाल के निकालना सीखना होगा from whatever information, and this is possible only if you apply the first principles. Hi. So the next life lesson which I want to talk to you today is regarding let the risk come in, embrace the risk, but learn to build in safety doors. Until very recently, I used to only do my investments or my savings in quite a traditional manner. Now, the only reason is because I was not very good with my information diet, or I felt that whatever diet I had was enough, was good, was sufficient. Like, for example, my knowledge on investments or wealth management was very limited to the one which I had studied during my MBA. After that, I just never bothered to update it somehow. But when I realized this early last year, and then I started updating my information diet, and based on that, I realized that yeah, I need to start investing in markets, in equity markets, in mutual funds. And at least in the beginning, I was not at all sure of this. I was extremely scared of the volatility, or my response to that volatility. Basically, I knew it would be volatile. I didn't know my risk appetite as well, but I decided that it's high time that I lean into that risk. I take some plunge, but uh, call it the conservative side in me, or the parachute building side in me, or whatever it is. I always take risks, so far at least. Okay, I don't know what is going to happen in the future, but so far, whatever risks I have taken when it comes to my financial plannings, they have been, first of all, in accordance with my risk appetite. And what I mean by my risk appetite is nothing objective here. It means if I do this investment, if I am I going to get a sound sleep? So that was my very simple criteria, my very simple filter. So based on my risk appetite, I have always so far built safety doors. Like, and how I have known to build those safety doors is through
educating myself. That even when I decided to enter the equity market, start the investment journey and everything, I kept on balancing it out. I kept on educating myself on how to do it in the most holistic manner, in the most balanced out manner, so as not to be too conservative but not to be too aggressive either. So, allocation to different portfolios, diversification, and hedging. I learned all of these things, practical aspects of it, and I have implemented them in my life. Next life lesson which I want to talk to you is regarding improvisational productivity. By that I simply mean adapting agile. One of my earlier episodes, I had talked about application of work breakdown structure in your life. So it's a similar concept in this case, as to do things in iteration and not keep on uh, waiting and working and planning on that one perfect thing. So will give a very simple example. Take this particular series which I have started for my birthday. Now it started out as a very simple idea that yeah, I want to try, and I took a day to jot down all of my ideas. I did some research as to um, has this idea been around, what do people speak about, how do people react to that and everything. But now I need to start doing things on my own, and I will adapt to that, and I will work on it, and things will keep on improving in cycles, in iterations. So that is what I have followed in this particular series as well. None of my descriptions, none of my talk, all of this what I'm stories or what my life lessons, none of them are scripted. So it's all spontaneous, it's all working in improvisational productivity. Regarding my professional life as well, I used to always believe that you have to make that one perfect model, that one perfect template, or one perfect PPT. I have realized through talking to people, to talking to my directors, to my seniors, and everyone around, also as a leading practice in the industry as well, it is important to put out the first iteration, the first copy, get the client sponsors to it, and then work improvisationally. Now, the counter argument to this could be is like, uh, are you not doing any research on your own? Do you expect him to do the work for you? No. So that's not the idea. The idea is to make that report much more holistic and be acceptable to both the parties. So it is better to upfront get a feedback before finalizing something than having to do the rework after you think you have finalized something. So it's for your own emotional benefit as well.
Hi everyone. So the next life lesson which I want to talk to you all regarding is travel more by trains. I have seen much more life. I have seen much more fun. Okay, I admit that I have also seen hardships as compared to your personal vehicle travel or your flight travel. Or I have a very high inclination towards traveling by trains. So even if let's say it's a very basic regular commute between traveling from Pune to Mumbai, so I 99% of time prefer doing it via train. Number one, I know that I will reach in time. Okay, so that's just the objective reason behind it. But the train generally reaches on time, or the delay is a known factor, or in the sense it's a limited factor. So if it is a 3-hour journey, you will get delayed by an hour maximum. Second important reason why I feel like traveling by trains is amazing is you get to move around. There is width, there is space, there is amazing things which you can see. So you don't have to be locked up in one place. The train travel, especially in the train network in India, is especially quite good. So you get to see places, travel through those places in a much more comfortable way, which you generally won't won't otherwise get. I'll give you an example. So I never thought I will be able to visit Panipat or Kurukshetra, but I was able to when I was traveling by a train. I saw the station. I like, wow, I am in Panipat right now. Who wants to fight with me? But because in a train, genuinely speaking, the journey is also as equally important as your destination is. So I have an extreme fascination and inclination towards traveling by trains, and and this is not just related to commuter trains or local trains or normal trains. It's my life's one of the to-do list to travel by some of the luxury trains or some of the most scenic trains in the country as well as world. I do keep on making lists of those, and whenever I'm traveling to those places, I will try and make it a point to be able to include that in my itinerary.